Okay, we're going to look at another site that shows you a primordial flood. This is a clip that shows actually Robert Ballard of famous Titanic fame and others, and how he actually is the accidental archaeologist finding things. That dot right there in the center of it there is Anzac Beach, Turkey, and they were looking for a World War II battleship that was there that had gone down for posterity's sake, and in the process find something else. And I just want to show this clip to you and share it and speak with you a moment about it.
Well, here's what we do is we then put, I'll give you an example of some recent discoveries we were doing. So let me back up before I go on that. So here's the promise we have made to our sponsor. And when we make a discovery, no matter when, no matter where, we will have the brightest people in America on that in 30 minutes. We will beam them to the bottom of the ocean in 30 minutes. And we do that by teleporting them, moving them. Because we constantly are making discoveries. We just got back. We were out.
Just to clarify there, you can see this kid kind of looked around laughing. He was kind of saying that, and of course he's being kind of cool and coy around kids, but what he means is they can digitally, by satellite, have them looking at the same video feed they are looking at. Nobody was actually down there. They were looking at it through a robotic video, and then they just forward that on to people who are experts. So not only does, they don't have to be on the boat, of course. They can be somewhere a little bit distant. But so let's see. They were out.
The ship, and we were doing all sorts of crazy things. And we were doing a thing with National Geographic on the Battle of Gallipoli in the Aegean, looking for these warships from the time of World War I, and we found them. Were all sorts of cool. And we're looking, but what I love about what I do is most of the really important discoveries I made were done by accident looking for something else. I didn't expect to find those clams. I didn't expect to find those black smokers. There's so many of my discoveries that I stumbled on them. And here's another classic example. So National Geographic says, go find these warships. And we go, yeah, cool, we know sort of where they are. We'll mow the lawn, find them. So I'm going in here, I'm trying to find a battleship called the HMS Triumph up here off Anzac Beach. And we found it, but as I was coming in on the area where the battleship was, I look over my sonar and I see this. I see a ring, a circular ring that's 45 meters across with some sort of structure in the middle. What is that? That is probably a site of human habitation 9,000 years ago when that particular piece of real estate was above water. A Neolithic site, one of the oldest now discovered. And we went down and walls of stone, we found 12 of them. We're heading back there to do some more on them in a few months. Completely out of the blue. What are you doing here?
So he said they're headed back that way in a few months, but the problem is I don't think they've ever gone back. Again, they're not funded to do so. Somebody apparently steered them off of it, and it makes you wonder why, if that is the case. But yeah, so now we can see that something that's that deep in the ocean, it was 160 foot down, or was it 160 meters? I think it's 160 foot down in the ocean is this giant circle, 45 meters across, and it's a stone circle, and there's 12 of them that are out there. And so you can tell this is a man-made thing, and everybody knows about the Mediterranean flooding. I've done a couple of videos on them recently and showed somebody else's computer-generated deal why I vamped over the top of it. But here's the reason we need to look in the edge of the oceans, like in Bimini Road, where that would have been actually a harbor at the time, and a lot of these places that are just off the coast that nobody knows about. They found the ancient city of Darpa in India just from diving. They found parts of ancient Alexandria that had become submerged even from that time just from diving. And by looking by radar now, with this fancy-ass radar they can get that finds inanimate objects, they run over these things and see stuff. The problem is I don't think we're being told when they find things like this, unless something like this comes out, where he's having a kid conference and he just kind of blurts it out, letting you know it's cool they find stuff. Like, share, and subscribe, guys.